Hey, I'm Miss Chrissie,
And I'm Steve.
and you're listening to JAGcast, episode number 133.
The podcast of the Jenkintown Arts Garage, where we normally talk to interesting people at the intersection of the arts and technology. Something like that's our intro, right?
Yeah, something like that. Good job,
Yeah.
Steve. Did you do it by memory?
Yeah, I don't know what you were doing.
I wasn't supposed to do anything, was I? Was I? I'm confused.
Yeah, you didn't do this. You didn't do the script.
Yeah, I forgot to pull it up. Anyway,
It doesn't matter because we don't have a guest again this week. Anyway, this is our final episode of 2023, probably.
Yeah, this is our year-end chat.
That's what we're gonna call it, year-end chat.
Yeah, what would you call it?
I don't know. I mean,
chat in December.
That's just another way of saying year-end chat.
Oh yeah,
she's being more specific. No, we're gonna just do a little bit of a retrospective today. So, if you've been listening to us all year, and hopefully you have been, we transitioned this year to a video format, but we actually have been doing this for years as an audio podcast. And this year, we just wanted to. I think we've done this before in previous years. Just kind of talk about what some of our favorite stuff from the last year, favorite episodes, and talk about them a little bit. So if you're just joining us, it's kind of like you'll get pointed to some of the best in the catalog you should go check out over your winter break. And if you have listened to these episodes before, I think it'd still be worth listening to us here because we'll go into a little bit more, I don't know, retrospective background about this stuff. It's not just going to be a repeat of exactly the same things that were in the actual episodes.
yes,
Right.
because
Yeah.
I doubt it'll be the same. But
yeah, and we're gonna do this a little bit fun. We're gonna have Chrissie has a pick, I have a pick, and then we have the algorithm's pick, specifically YouTube's algorithm. What does YouTube think the best episode of 2023 was?
I'm gonna grab my coffee cup, which is over. I put it out of arm's reach. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, like I have a coffee cup. My I love meetings about meetings cup.
That is your life.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so do I get to go first? Is that the plan?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, I'm going first then. So my favorite episode of the year was actually nearly a full year ago. I think it was one of the first episodes of 2023. It was episode 111, What's in a Name with Righteous Jolly.
Right here.
Yeah. So what did I like about this episode, you may ask, Stephen?
I am asking that. What did you like?
Okay. So starting in the simplest route, I liked his funny song.
The funny song you asked me to cue up.
Yeah, his body song. So he tells this story about how he's in some bar, I believe. So and then begins to sing this song. Or he was in the bar before and then he sings the song. I don't know. I was listening in the shower, so the water is distracting. But he has some sort of fascination with Norway. So, all right, you should play the body song.
Let's see if this works.
Okay.
We haven't tested this.
And this one's a little bawdy. Can I sing something a little bawdy?
Sure.
All right. In Norwegian, it goes like this. And I wrote a jingle. Jeg vik nebudai me mestopik. And it's there's no cursing, but it's bawdy. And in its translate is you could delete this if you need it or no.
Just tell us what it is first.
So it's Jeg vik nebudai me mestopik. How about I don't sing it in English and just leave it there?
Yeah, I'm never going to translate it.
Google Translate out.
This is when I had no voice.
Have sex with you, with my boner.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I mean, that's what Lars taught me. Let me finish with Jeg elsker deg, which is I love you again.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't.
Jeg elsker deg.
So that was back when I had no voice too.
Yeah, so you had no voice for the majority of this episode, and
I forgot about that. I
yeah,
hope that doesn't happen again this year, because I already feel a
Yeah.
little bit like sinus stuff in the last couple weeks. I don't quite sound 100% right now.
No, you
But-
sound a little fuzzy, but it's not too
Uh,
bad.
Hopefully, it's not going to be like last year. That was terrible. I don't want to relive that. But yeah, that was a funny song. Why is that your favorite part? Because it's amusing.
Well, it was amusing and surprising. Don't you think it was surprising?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, I don't expect to hear songs in.
Norwegian.
Is it Norwegian? Is that the language? Norwegian?
Yeah, that was the language. Was
Yeah,
Norwegian.
you don't normally expect to hear that.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, that was. did-
Righteous is great. We had him back on the podcast as well. After
We
this.
did. So I find him. His personality is fun to me. I like it. So that was the funny thing, because I didn't expect him to sing Norwegian. Although I knew he was like kind of like a quirky guy and probably knew some odd things, which I enjoy in people. So the other thing I really liked about this episode was he was talking about like artistic survival, and then really was like, kind of sharing his thoughts on being he calls it like a creative, because I guess in his mind he describes himself like an actor first, and then
Do you have
all
a
the other
timestamp
things.
for that too?
I didn't timestamp that one because he talks about it quite a bit actually in the beginning. And we talked a bit about how we survived actually during the pandemic, which at this point, like a year later, I cannot believe that's where I can't believe that was still like a primary topic of conversation. That like is still
Yeah.
mind-boggling to me. But so artistic survival, I just thought that was such a great way to put it. And I feel like, artistic survival is something you're always, or at least for me, is something you're always, working on, because, especially as people who have other things going on in our lives. And, I'm not like a full-time artist anymore, but I am always trying to think about like, filling that part of my person.
Yeah, and I think we're still suffering the consequences, obviously, of decisions made back during the pandemic, and that makes survival and artistic survival, I think, still a topic today. I mean, it seems like it's gotten a lot back to normal, but I've noticed just the music scene is much more vibrant than it was like in the beginning of the year, for sure. But it's different people. Not everybody bounced back the same way,
Right.
And now, and not all venues bounce back, and now you have other economic issues that are affecting venues and musicians. And if we are going into a period of belt tightening for a lot of people, then that could also affect our artistic survival. So, but it is definitely quite the juxtaposition from January, where like we were like, oh yeah, I was still talking about how COVID was, and now it's like nobody cares.
Yeah, that's what I thought was interesting. As I,
Not
like
even my
I was
doctors.
listening to the podcast this morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was
Yeah,
a year is not a long time, and that was still like a primary topic. Like one of the
Yep.
first things that came up, and really a year is like a blip.
yeah. I don't know if I might have mentioned this on the previous podcast. I was at the doctors recently, 2 different doctors, and like neither one of them even bothered to ask about COVID vaccine boosters. It's just not a thing that anybody cares about anymore.
Yeah, it was interesting, but I that term artistic survival is that was like very like poignant
That
to
could-
me.
That could have been the name of the episode, but it wasn't. It was
No,
What's
the
in a
episode
Name.
was called "What's in a Name," which actually is another super fascinating fact about Righteous Jolly, is that his name is Righteous Jolly.
Yep, that's actually his name.
Yeah.
For real.
Which
Not a
I
stage
still
name.
find,
His legal name.
Yeah, it's not a stage name. It's not a nickname. It's his given birth certificate name. You know, so
Yeah, and that's also is not the name of his album.
no, his album is "What's in a Name."
Yeah, what's in it? Yeah, what's in a name is that was the name of our episode.
Yes, that is accurate.
So it's also the name of his album.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying. But we had him on a second time to talk about his album, but we couldn't use the name we used for the episode for the first time. So it was Raise Your Glass with Righteous Jolly, which I think is from one of the songs. But
yeah, which
you should
makes me think of that Pink song every time.
Yeah, but you should listen to that one. That was another good episode, Righteous. That was 128, and that one's on YouTube. So
Yes.
that one's,
So
that
if
one
you want to
can
see
watch.
Righteous's face and his weird mannequin in his basement, then you should check out episode 128.
Wait, I'll bring up
That little like
I'll bring up a little thing here. I'll bring it up on screen just real quick so you can see. This is with Righteous his that weird mannequin in the background. You can see
Yes,
that?
it was a strange mannequin. So one thing we should mention about Righteous Jolly is that like this is like his season, man. So he's like out and about currently being the Grinch. So I think if you like go on his Facebook page, you can find out where he's going to be appearing at the Grinch, including places like the mall and stuff. So if you're looking for some holiday fun,
He really was the Grinch. Like I
No,
didn't know what he
is
meant
the
by that.
Grinch.
I didn't
Yeah.
know what he meant by that at first. And
No,
I
he
was like, what?
dresses up as the Grinch.
I get that, but I didn't really grasp it until. Oh my goodness!
He-
I'm looking at his Facebook page right now, and is this him?
Yeah,
Does he have a video? No, like I think he has a video. I'm gonna try. Can I share this without like my entire Facebook page being visible? I think so. Let me see. Oh goodness, Facebook.
Steve, your Facebook page is on Facebook. Is it really that big of a deal?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, because I'm logged in, so you never know exactly. You don't want to show stuff that from when you're logged in. Anyway, he has like a video here. I'm trying to find. There we go. Hey! Oh, this is loud though, but I think we'll see if this works. Check this out. He's Grinch at a Christmas tree lighting, apparently.
Yeah, he Grinches all over.
But is this him? Is him as a Grinch?
Who is that? It's the Grinch! It's me! And I'm gonna take that Christmas tree with me. When they light that Christmas tree, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it in my Mary Poppins sack. And I'm gonna throw it on top of the Subaru. And I'm gonna drive to North Jersey. And I'm gonna get it fixed.
No, you can't take the tree. We've been working all year for this moment. Don't you even think about
Well,
it.
I have a job to do, and you have a job to do.
Who's going to help me say no way to the Grinch? Ready?
Don't-
no
Oh,
way,
goodness.
Grinch!
No.
No
Oh.
way, Grinch!
Oh, come on.
No way,
Yeah,
Grinch!
give it to me.
No way, Grinch! The whole town wants to know,
Yes, well, what is it, pal?
why haven't you taken one gift? Is it because you love us now and you've changed your mind and now this is
Look
the
at that
greatest time in
makeup.
history?
No,
I
he's
couldn't
pretty
be
awesome.
further from the truth. Although I really find Doylesburg to be charming, I've got to say, I
Really.
I do really like you people. Yeah, I do. And I just want to thank Justin Guarini right here. I thought I saw you in American Idol. I apologize.
So that was a little bit of an extended clip. I wasn't expecting to do that. I was just looking for a photo, but that was even better. So if you were watching, you could see the amazing makeup and just how good of a performer Righteous is. And he is doing the Levittown Christmas Carol, which we
Yeah, that
talked
was
about
the
a few
other thing
times.
I felt like we should mention if we
trying
were
to
going
find
to
the-
talk about Righteous Jolly.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like the best page. I guess it would just be the Broken Goblet page. Everybody take a drink. Mention Broken Goblet. It's like
Yep.
our drinking
Yep.
game. I'll put a link to to it, but here it is on the Broken Goblet website.
Yes.
It is going to be awesome.
Yes, we have tickets.
Not only have tickets, we were in there. We're in the table, like in the middle. We got 2 tickets on the table. It's gonna be
Yep.
fun. But yeah, this is I've seen this version of this twice.
So that's the 23rd. You've seen? Oh, right. You saw the first version.
I saw versions of this for a couple years now, and this is like every time he does it, it's more elaborate and more involved and more well produced and more polished. So this is going to be fantastic. It is the Christmas Carol, like the Christmas Carol story, but done with characters and locations from his youth in Levittown. Like
Yes.
there's Wawa makes an appearance. Last
there's
time
also,
he
in
was
addition
eating
to
a hoagie.
the Levittown part, which is fun because, even if you're not from Levittown specifically, and some of the references kind of go over your head.
Right.
If you're from this part of Pennsylvania, most of them, you'll get. But the second part is it's just kind of like our generation. Because I think he's, either 40 or in his early 40s. So some of the stuff is just from, that time in high school, starter jackets and beepers and Wawa gobblers or whatever those things are called. Do they still make those? I hate Wawa now.
I mean, they make Wawa stuff, I think, though.
Do they make the turkey gobbler still? Isn't that the
Probably.
sandwich?
They have like turkey stuff just on the menu now. Maybe it's not special anymore.
I don't know, Steve. Our Wawa is too crazy. I cannot go there. It makes me anxious. So anyway, so I don't go there. But so some of the references though are just, about our, people who are like middle-aged now and like what things from high school. And then some of them are specific to Levittown.
Yeah, and it's this little tagline is "It's a '90s Christmas beneath the power lines."
Yes,
it's great.
It's the whole '90s thing.
So it's going to be December 23rd, 8 p.m. for the adult showing. I believe there's an afternoon showing that's like kid friendly. I believe on here.
I didn't know about that one.
No,
but
there was another time. There was another one of these like times that was but this is the official one. It's the 8 p.m. one, 21 plus one. This is the one to go to anyway. This is the one you want to go to. This will be fun.
Anyway, so I have a random question for you, Steve.
I'll put a link in the show notes.
Did you have a starter jacket? I can't see you wearing a starter jacket.
No, I did not have a starter jacket. I don't think.
Beeper?
No. I wore a trench coat in the 90s, especially.
Oh, you were one of those people.
Yeah, it's
beeper?
good. It's very useful. Beeper. I had a beeper some of the time for work because I used to work at the tech school during the last 2 years, I guess, of high school, and I was maybe it was and during at least part of the time I worked there. I got like a internship kind of there, and I worked in the computer server area and maintenance for computers. And so there was times where I had to have a beeper, and I think I occasionally, I don't think I was really supposed to take it off campus. It was maybe occasionally where I forgot it and I had to bring it back. But that was the closest thing to a beeper. I didn't have like a regular beeper that I use personally.
I did not have a beeper, but I have always been opposed to technology and been very slow on the uptick.
That's why you're on a video podcast on YouTube. You're
what
against
does that
technology because you're against technology. It's
Am I
very
supposed to be on
technologically
something?
heavy.
Oh, I know. This killed me. Anyway, I didn't get a cell phone till 2006.
Wow. Pretty sure I had a cell phone.
Maybe 2005, but definitely.
I don't remember if I had one in high school. Maybe, definitely in college though. So I had one years before you did. It was a cool Nokia flip phone. Not like the really cool Razor, but like the other one.
I ended up having a Razor. I think that was my second phone.
So this will blow the mind of anyone. Well, according to demographics, few of you people listen, but really young people listening. Or you can tell your children. Back then in like the 90s, early 2000s, I mean, I remember international students coming onto campus who just made phone calls because I believe they were cheaper than text messages at the time. Like there was a long distance phone program or something like that you get deals for for that, but you couldn't. But the text messaging, remember they used to charge by like I think, or do I have it backwards? This is text messaging cheaper, but text messaging used to be very expensive.
Honestly don't know because I didn't text.
Yeah.
A million
so
years
it was
later than people.
There was
either, so.
To make international calls. You used to have a special. I think it was like a special plan at the university for your dorm room had a phone, something like that. And then when cell phones came around, the roaming charges or the charges for international were very high. And then that evolved. And I remember text messages were expensive. Then text messages became virtually free. And then app-based stuff came. Well, eventually, not even before iPhones and stuff. People were using chat applications and some VoIP stuff early on.
Some
make phone calls.
people, not me.
But it was not you.
I'll tell you that.
But it used to be the case that like it wasn't ubiquitous. Texting used to be expensive. Phone calls used to be kind of the norm. It was, I remember that.
Something slightly entertaining about younger people and cell phones. So 2 of my kids have cell phones with phone numbers. So not just like the Wi-Fi thing. Like, neither one of them have ever turned on their voicemail. Like,
what do you mean they never set it up?
Never set it up. I don't think they've ever had a voicemail. Or if they have, I don't think they've ever listened to it.
Well, almost all my voicemails are spam anyway, so I can understand it.
I understand, but I just think it's really funny when it goes to. Do you remember when having like a cute message on your answering machine was a thing?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember. I know our friend Mike Fine has over the years had different messages recorded from like celebrities or something on there. Like when you meet him at a conference.
So remember when that was like a whole thing, like picking out and trying to come up with a clever answering machine message.
Oh, especially the ones where they would perform as if the person was on the other end of the line to trick you.
Yes.
Remember there's like
into talking early. Yeah.
Yeah, I hated that. But yeah, answering machines were a plot point, I believe, in the movie Terminator. So
always come back to some movie I don't care about.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, the Terminator figures out something about Sarah Connor because of the listening to answering machines. So, and that's even older than voicemail. Answering machines for the youngins were literally what they sound like. They were machines you hook up to your phone, had a little tape. Tape is a way of recording things. Okay. Anyway,
they hook up to your phone, meaning
your phone and record
your house phone.
Yeah, your house phone, which was a phone that was on your wall. Oh my God, this is going to take too much explanation. And it would record like voicemail before there was voicemail. Oh my God, I can't. My nephew, I told you this years ago, was like, "What is that thing?" And he was pointing to the phone that was on my dad's wall, the house phone. And the funny thing is, the house phone wasn't even hooked up; it was just on the wall because it was attached,
left there. Yeah,
yeah.
So how the times have changed. Anyway, so those are my I had one other random 90s question for you. So no, it was beeper and starter jacket. I did not own either of those. It just wasn't my jam, but I did know people who did.
Really?
Well, I don't know. I feel like the starter jacket was more of a guy thing. You playing music again, Steven?
A little bit.
Anyway, your turn. Shoot. What do you got?
I'm not supposed to be playing music. I forgot to mute it. Sorry. Sorry for the people listening too. Funny thing is, my favorite one is actually the one we just did. So it's kind of lame, I guess, to do that, isn't it? A little bit.
I don't know. Go ahead, be lame for 5 minutes, and then we'll move on.
And it's this one, what we just did, where Chrissie learns the code with Scratch, aka the PIC make a video game. This one, I want you to watch this video, people.
Me?
Not you people listening, people watching this episode.
People.
We are on a podcast and a YouTube show. There are people, not us, watching us right now. But not right now. Right now in the future, from their perspective, it's right now because this is recorded. Anyway, so hopefully we have an audience, Chrissy, is what I'm saying. And I want that audience.
Wearing my Marty McFly jacket. I guess that's perfect timing.
Yes, that is cool. I want. Oh, you got time travel reference. I want you to watch this because not a lot of people did tune into this, and I think this is my favorite one because I got to do something I always wanted to do, which was to make some software with Chrissie here. And yes, we were making a children's game with Scratch, which is meant for 9-year-olds. But you know what? It's actually pretty cool. It's a pretty clever way of learning the basics of programming. And I had a lot of fun doing it. And what did you think about that whole experience, Chrissie? What do you think about programming now?
I don't. I mean, I enjoyed that because it was fun, but it's not. I'm not like going home tomorrow and busting out my Scratch account. Sorry,
well, not Scratch. I mean, Scratch was just used because I thought it was very visual and easy to explain some concepts, and you can show something on the screen. And there's no like ceremony involved, like with a lot of other ways, more advanced ways of programming. It's very simple and straightforward. But programming in general, I think, is important. So I think people should watch this because it's very entertaining. I think this episode, Chrissie helps me update this little Pong game with a flying cat, and she adds a running cat to distract me, and it's very amusing. And they go really fast.
And Amelia was like, "Why is this cat so fast? I can't see anything. What am I supposed to do now?" That part was fun. Going home and doing it with Amelia was fun. Yeah.
It was really fun. I wonder if I can find that part. I don't remember where it was in here exactly. Where you're like, I made a short of it. I guess we can just show the short. Let me bring up the little short that I made because that was pretty fun. Here we go. Let's see. Unmute it, and the little cat is now running an animated style. Although it happens. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. You can hear it anyway, you can't see it yet. I can't tell what's happening. I got 30.
I like the level of distraction there. I think that's good.
Chrissie's little cat is now running an
I
animated.
love how I go.
that's,
I like the level of distraction, and I'm like, I don't know what he's looking for, but
I'm trying to see if I can find where that was in there. In that, remember where that was in the video? I just want to bring up the. I'll just bring up the
You
screen.
just want to show the fast cat, don't you?
Yeah, I want to show the fast cat. Let's see if this is right. I have no idea. So there's this. So Chrissie's little cat is now running. Oh, so it's right here. See what I mean? That's going slow.
Yeah.
Now we have a little animation. We're gonna go back to Flash. So actually, he's running now like the Flash did on that TV show. Where he would you don't understand run and it would just be like way faster than the steps would be. Here we go. So there's this. So Chrissy. There we go. Faster than the steps would be. Look at how fast this thing is. It's ridiculous. So Chrissy's little cat is now running an animated style. Look, it was so fast I couldn't even get anywhere with it. Look at this. I can't tell what's happening. Look at that. Okay, that's enough annoying the audience. But
so that was your favorite.
That was my favorite because so the main two reasons I said I always wanted to, and I still want to make more stuff with you. I want to make some software with you, or something that allows me to apply my programming skills. And I think that's fun, and I think also more importantly, I was trying to just demonstrate that anybody can learn the fundamentals, some fundamental concepts of programming. I mean, they make Scratch for children. Like anybody can do this, and the knowledge of how a program works in like at least some of these fundamental concepts can be applied elsewhere. In your life as a business owner, for instance, you have to work with Excel or spreadsheets occasionally. At least a lot of people do. And did you know that you have kind of an advanced programming capabilities in a spreadsheet, like especially in Excel? Like you can program it to do stuff for you. You can process data this way. I mean, you can do.
Yeah, I know you can put in math equations.
Yeah, I mean, you can do all kinds of, but you can do actually like a little bit more advanced programming. You can make like an interactive form. I mean, you've already used the Google software to have a form that puts data into a spreadsheet. Well, then you could use your little programming knowledge to take that data and do stuff with it. You know, you could have an interactive dashboard to break down the data, whatever it is, and to show different graphs. Like, you can build that stuff yourself, and you don't need to necessarily buy software that may not be exactly what you want, or spend time trying to figure it out, or hire somebody. You can just do a lot of stuff, and a lot of programming today can be done with higher level tools like Scratch is super high level, just dragging and dropping pieces. But you can use other services to connect together stuff. And one of them, Zapier, I think is one of them, where you can connect together different services you may use, and it's like sort of a rudimentary programming thing. One great one is Shortcuts on your phone or your iPad or even Mac OS now. There's a Shortcuts app, which is very cool. And it lets you essentially automate things on your phone, Chrissy. Like, you could, and it works kind of like Scratch, where you pick functions that are available from Apple or from the developers of the applications on your phone, and you kind of click them together, and they can do different things. Like, you could have it, you could have it pop up little text boxes for you to put information in as part of the processing, and do all kinds of stuff. I have like some simple ones. I have one that would like launch this app on a voice command and like run this white noise, and it would set the volume to my HomePod and everything. So it was like bedtime or something, I think I had. So I would just tell our friend Miss Siri, or Mr. Siri in your case, my
Siri's a dude.
Yeah, I would just say bedtime, and then it would set everything up. And you can do way more advanced stuff with it, but it's worth looking into. You can also works on Mac OS, and all you need is like a rudimentary kind of understanding of programming, that things operate in a sequence. You can have some kind of loops and if statements. If you understand those basic things, you can automate your life, and automating your life saves you time. So I think everybody should learn some fundamentals of programming, and there's lots of ways of doing that nowadays. That's why it was my favorite one, because I thought it was topical and fun. And we have to build something like real. We're going to build something with Swift, I think, because I've been really enjoying the latest versions of Swift now. It's come along. Yeah.
Why me? Why me?
Because you're my partner in crime.
I like analog.
Well, we could write a program that uses that program that generates makes an analog thing work. I guess we'll have a digital controller for an analog device. Could do that.
Okay.
look terrible. Anyway, I thought that was my other second favorite one, because I'm going to put two in here. Was the one before that? It was just funny. It was the alien one. It was How to Survive an Alien Invasion. That was my other favorite one. And the reason I found that one was because it was just hilarious. That one, we actually had a lot of people. We actually had some people watch that one, but that one was just hilarious to me, because you did not understand. Like, you did not understand this, like what we were talking about. That was about this the movie that I saw on Hulu. Was it No One Will Save You?
Yes. The movie.
And I generate all this artwork with Canva AI tools and some of my rudimentary skills. So I also like that one just because it was really funny. So I think you should go back and listen to that one. But please go check out episode 132, where Chrissy makes a cat go super fast across screen and makes Pong crazy hard. But so I like that one. And so I don't know what else to even say. You had such a good, like, deep explanation of why you liked the righteous one, and it's like I don't have that deep thing, because we just had this episode. You can just go watch it.
It's all good. It's
hard to reminisce.
About the algorithm, and I will take
the algorithm's pick. Okay, so
that's got to be a Kara Cartney episode.
Well, yes. Well, yeah, it's the one that we did this year, which was catching up with Kara Cartney. Let's see if I can bring this up.
Is that the one where she's in her fake living room?
Yeah, because it's the one we have is on video. It is. I'll bring it up on the screen. Let's see here. Here we go. Try to find one that's not like too weird looking of
There
a
we
still
go.
image. Here we go. Let's see here. Catching up
There
with Kara
she
Cartney.
is.
There she is. Yeah, fake living room. This is by far our most popular episode that we've done this year in terms of like views. The YouTube algorithm liked it. People liked it. People just love Kara. And we're going to see Kara again on Friday. It's the first Friday again.
Oh, how did that happen? We will try. Well,
Yeah.
you will be there, and I will try.
Yeah. And so Kara is a wonderful musician. And so the algorithm picked her because this was just a real popular episode. But I think it's a great choice. It's probably also one of my favorites. If I was telling you when we were prepping for this that I probably would have picked this episode if the algorithm hadn't already picked it. Because
Yeah,
this
that
was
makes
up
sense.
there. Like this, because
So
I just
is
had so
there
much fun.
anything you remember specifically from this episode? I did not re-listen
I don't know. We have
ahead of this podcast
I
because
put all these chapters in here, so
well,
me
I
see.
cannot see that. I will tell you that.
let me unmute this. This was actually kind of funny. This was the part that we made a short of, I think, and I think I got some good stuff from this short. It was yeah, here we go.
I was really, for a couple weeks, I was certain that I was in the next Final Destination movie because I swore there was like lightning following me. That day I went, like it was following me down 95. And then when I got there, as soon as I picked up my guitar, like something flashed outside and then something sparked. And then John Denver
Whoa.
started playing in the background.
So like that's Kara's sense of humor there.
Yeah, Kara is fun. I remember. I just remember her talking about her talk about distraction. Oh, I hope I didn't do. Did I do something weird there? No, I didn't.
Fine.
Yeah, what does she call? She call it like her adult ADHD. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but I identify with that sometimes. I can definitely get a little like, but you know, where my brain's going 50 different directions. So
Yeah, well,
I get that.
Yeah, and Kara's one of our favorite people, so it's great. And this particular episode, she decided to wear white and we never mentioned it. We never mentioned it, even though it's so abnormal, and she did it on purpose, and we just never said anything, which is pretty funny. That's not actually her living room. Yeah, and this is not her living room. If you're watching, that's not.
No, that's the I like the baby grand piano in the back though.
Yeah,
that's
this is just a virtual background, but it works. I don't know what she was using. Where she got this from?
It's like in the app or something. I think.
Is it nice?
I believe so.
Well, Kara is a musician, and she does the First Fridays at Broken Goblet. We've talked about her obviously multiple times on the show. And the upcoming one, though, is also a fundraiser for her friend who has undergoing some serious cancer-related, health problems and needs, money. So that is another reason to go because she's trying to make it into a fundraiser event, I believe.
Gotcha.
And as somebody who has, had cancer, so it's like I try to pay attention to these things. Let me see if I can find the specific info while you vamp a little bit, Chrissy.
I'm vamping. So my favorite thing about First Fridays is I play a game with myself while I'm at First Friday, and the game I play is to see how many songs I can get her to play by request. So I just send in random requests and see how many I can get her to play in one evening. My max is 5, Steve, which I thought was pretty good. I got her to play 5 of my choices. I mean, it's like, how many songs does she do? I feel like 5 is pretty decent.
Yeah, actually, I get basically none. So I have to. Here I go. I can bring it up now.
And now we don't have to vamp.
Well, this is the GoFundMe. I'll put this in the show notes too, so you can donate if you want to. But basically, the first Friday is also going to be a fundraiser for this friend of Kara's. Who, if you read through this is pretty horrible. Like, looks like stage 4 lung cancer. In the brain. I mean, like that's pretty bad. I did not have anything that severe. So, if you want to donate, you can donate. But if not, still come to the first Friday because it's always a good time anyway. And sometimes you just need to, have a good time when you're undergoing a horrible situation like that. Like I remember when I was going through cancer treatments, you definitely can't be thinking about like the cancer all the time and being down the whole time. You have to, have a break and have a good time sometimes. And, yeah, you can. So it's okay to just come out and have a good time is what I'm saying. You don't have to. Yeah. So but it's going to be just a normal first Friday at Broken Goblet, like 8:30 is when it starts, and looks like I don't know what specific things might be there, like baskets or whatever. I don't know what's going to be there because it's kind of seems like an impromptu thing. Do a setup. However, the whole event is free, so please come out. Broken Goblet, first Friday, 8:30. I'll put a link in the show notes.
Yeah, that's cool. So, I don't know. I feel like if I make it this Friday, I should think of some holiday requests. I feel like
why don't you there's a whole bunch of songs. Why don't you ask for like every holiday song you can think of from like those children's movies?
I mean, I could do that. I have some unusual requests I've been trying to get her to do for a while, but I haven't been successful yet. So
But this is a good point. We need to do some holiday requests in there. I want So last year I read a story on the podcast, like a free story about
I remember
Santa.
that. Yeah.
Before my voice was gone, and I feel like my voice has never quite recovered fully, or it's just I'm constantly having like a little bit of an issue. But I did that last year. I don't know if we're gonna do something like that this year to fill in space, because then it would just be my face up on YouTube going, reading something. So I don't know if that's good. But that was kind of an interesting experiment last year.
Okay. Was it successful? To you, Steven?
I mean, to me. I mean, I don't know how many people listen to it, but maybe I'll put a link there as well. I'm just going to try to use this episode to get people to link all of our old episodes. It's going to be an index of all of our old episodes. It's just another index.
So when in doubt, just it's in a link.
Well, I'm just saying that if we don't have any more episodes for the holiday season, there is a holiday specific one that's always there. It's like an evergreen content, Chrissy, is what we call it here. Evergreen content. I know
what evergreen content is.
But you can play it. You can play it on your HomePod or your phone or whatever you have, and it's just me reading a story which is perfectly child safe to listen to, and it's just it's about Santa. I think Santa's being kidnapped or something. I can't remember now what it was. It was weird. I never
only kidnapped Santa or something.
Yeah, it was kidnapped Santa, and it's a fun little story. It's just me reading it, and it's just audio only, so you don't have to worry about seeing anything on having a video up. So if you're baking your cookies, you can give it a listen. I'll put a link in the show notes so you can easily find it. But it was what episode was that? I don't remember. It was something.
I'm gonna take a wild guess, like 109 or something.
Wow. I mean, I'm gonna now have to check and see. It was 109. How did you know? Did you see it earlier?
No, I backtracked from the Righteous Valley thing in my mind.
That came out December 15th. That was I read a classic holiday tale, perfect for the whole family, about how some demons kidnapped Santa Claus and tried to ruin Christmas.
Oh, okay. So, Steve, before we do the wrap up here, so this comes out this week, right?
Yeah, okay. remember, there are people watching. So from our perspective, yes,
Feels
this week. So
fine.
from the people listening, if you're listening to this when it comes out the 30th.
Great. So then we can happily mention that Santa is coming to Jenkintown on Saturday night to light up the square. And there is that holiday market earlier in the day, and my dancers are going to show up over. Oh, my super awesome phone has 20% battery remaining.
Oh, God, you didn't plug it in?
I can't. The plug doesn't reach.
Oh,
Anyway,
God. Better wrap it up then.
Yeah, I know. But let me just finish my thought here. Oh, if you want to come see my dancers do a little holiday flash mob, they will be at the square at 1. And then, you should head back over and see Santa later. It's always really crowded, though, and cold.
Yes, because it's December. But it'll be in Town Square. Let's see, there's, it says 6:30 for Santa, 6 p.m., I guess, when they're going to have the high school brass band play.
Yeah, and throughout the day, I think there are a few like more acoustic-y type artists every hour.
Oh, really?
I think, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Beginning at 1, I believe. I know.
There's like 30 talented artisans and small businesses, it says, are located in Town Square.
Since last winter, which was the first one.
So, yeah, definitely. That's open. It's open to everybody. So Santa, I mean, like when we say Santa's coming, we mean for real. Like it's for real Santa. It's not like Santa's helper in the mall with a fake beard. It's legitimately Santa. I've met him. I've met this specific individual who is Santa. And sometimes he brings an elf with him.
Yes.
I think he has an elf helper now, but he has this magic that he can use to turn on the tree. It's really fun. Yep. I don't know how everything's going to be set up this year because I'm not involved this year with the Town Square setup, but in past years we had lights strewn and we had like long lines around to see Santa, but it's a good time. There's usually some light refreshments there, so like warm things to drink and some sweet things to eat. And then there's a lot of music. And of course, well, this year, this year with the holiday market.
Fire trucks.
Wait, was the holiday market there last year?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This is the second year for the holiday market. Yeah,
I don't remember.
We did a Run Run Rudolph dance there. I know I was there.
Oh, okay. Now I remember that. Now I remember that part. Yeah. So I keep thinking I organized it for so many times, Chrissy, before the holiday market. So it blurs in my mind. But the holiday market's gonna be great because there'll be lots of food and stuff there. That'd be cool. Yeah, I remember the Run Run Rudolph.
Gifts as well.
And gifts, yes. So all kinds of stuff. So holiday it's great to come. Gifts, not gifts. Or GIFs.
No, with a T. GIF.
Not GIFs.
No.
I'm making a reference to the whole GIF versus GIF pronunciation debate.
I get it. Whatever.
Or the peanut butter, perhaps.
That's a GIF.
Is it, or is it a GIF?
No, it's a GIF. It's always been a GIF.
It's also GIF. I refuse to say GIF. It's not GIF. It's GIF. Anyway, so that'll be fun. So. I'll put links to all this stuff because I thought this was going to be a simple episode with no real show notes.
Crazy, Steve.
Yeah, it's going to be linked. I'm going to have to listen to. I don't even think I got enough notes down. I'm going to have to listen to it.
I'm going to put that link in there. Yeah, you are. You're going to have to go through and listen to the whole thing. And how many times you advertise the link in the show notes? I'll add the link to that in the show notes.
Because look how valuable it is. I went back and found. I found like a chapter marker to an entertaining segment of the Carrot Clip. Like the work put into these show notes, it pays dividends for all of us.
Okay. Well, on that, I dropped my paper.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up before your phone dies.
Yeah, exactly. You better wrap it up before my phone dies.
Okay. So if you like what we're doing here on the JAGcast, please remember to subscribe on YouTube. And hit that little bell and like the video and share it because all of these things signal to the algorithm that we have interesting content. So it will be shared far and wide. We'd really appreciate it. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Jenkintown Arts Garage, where I've been posting more to Instagram lately on our account, especially into stories and live streaming music stuff at like Broken Goblin when we're there or elsewhere. So that's a good place to tune in for some kind of fun music stuff or random things I'm going to put on there behind the scenes. And the Facebook one as well. I'm kind of going back and forth between the Facebook and the Instagram one for that kind of stuff, especially live streams. And then you can also go to jagcast.show to find all the ways you can subscribe to this podcast. And you should bookmark that because that's our main website, which will eventually get updated. And JenkintownArtsGarage.com is our main website, our primary one, where you can find out everything we're doing, including some videos we've done in the past, and links to literally anything will be on there. So when in doubt, go to JenkintownArtsGarage.com. And if you want to help us out monetarily, JenkintownArtsGarage.com/coffee will let you basically send us some money. So we could pay for hosting bills and stuff like that, or so to keep Chrissie caffeinated. It's a nice service.
Oh, yes. So anyway,
I like how I surprise you, bringing you back on screen. You're like, what?
Yep. All right, Steve. I'm gonna go charge devices and label costumes.
Oh yeah, it's that time of year. So anyway. I guess, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all that stuff. Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2024.
Coming. Yep.
And Hanukkah. There's so many holidays, but enjoy the holiday season, and we'll see you in 2024.
Bye.
We're learning to break the ice together. We're learning to break